It's not my music. I don't own any rights to it. So I have to put that on there for these lovely videos. And then a quick update on my life. We got a date, so I'm very excited to get our stuff. Thank gosh, we can make our home feel like a home. But most importantly, and I'll get my lighting stuff and my sound so the videos will be better. But most importantly, we're gonna have our bed. I appreciate the cot that the military does give us to use for this time in transition, but oh my gosh, after weeks on a cot, I'm like tense here, I'm tense here. I don't know if this can't be old age. I just think, I don't know. We're having very crappy weather today. I'm talking about tornado stuff, which is pretty new for this Florida girl. So hopefully everything works out. I'm sure it will. My Midwest people pray for me as we have sirens going off and people are just outside in the rain. I'm like, okay, this is different. But anyways, without further ado, let's begin. I'm just get my music started. Okay, excuse me. So we'll go ahead and start. We're gonna start in mountain pose, and that's gonna have your feet hip width apart. You're just gonna inhale, hands to the sky, and exhale. Inhaling up, and exhaling down. I like to start out my workout sessions in mountain pose. It's one of my favorites, because I feel like it opens up everything, gets my body moving. I can feel the breath go through my body. Inhaling through the nose, exhaling through the mouth. One more time here. So we'll go ahead and start at the front of our mats. So from here, we're gonna go ahead and inhale, hands to the sky, and exhale, hinging at the hips, forward fold all the way down. So from here, you can have your hands on the mat or just simply grazing the mat. We're just gonna relax our neck and head, moving it forward, nodding it no, releasing any built up tension we may have there. We'll go ahead and take your favorite leg and put it back for a lunge. So in the lunge position, you're gonna have your front leg, your knee is gonna be slightly bent, and your back leg is straight, but your heel is off the ground. None of this, we want some of this. So chest is lifted, and we're gonna do today, some of my poses today are gonna be a little bit more challenging for beginners, but there will be modifications. So we're gonna take the same arm that has the bent knee, and you're gonna place it on the inside of the knee. We're gonna do a prayer twist today is what this pose is called. Then you're gonna take your hands together like you're praying. Turn your head slightly. Inhaling and exhaling. If you want, the modification is simply just placing your hand here, not on the knee, but above the knee. And make sure that you still feel a twist here and your core is engaged. Okay, come down, and we're gonna come back down to downward dog. You may choose to pedal. You like an extra stretch. Inhaling and exhaling. So we have two legs, so now we're gonna do that to the other. So you can take your other leg, bring it forward into lunge position. Knee is bent, but not over the toe. And then you're gonna take the same arm that you have with the bent knee, place it on the inside of the knee, and we're gonna pray today. Inhaling and exhaling. Take a moment to find your perfect pose. Making sure our core stays engaged. And come up. So from here, we're actually gonna stay in the lunge position, get a little bit extra work on our legs. And you're gonna inhale, hands to the sky. And exhale, we're gonna open up that chest, making sure that our bottom half of our body stays doesn't turn, it stays straight. And you're only turning the top half, opening the chest, inhaling up, and exhaling, turn. Inhaling up, and exhale, turn. One more time on the other side. Inhale up, and exhale, turn. Then come hands up, and you're gonna come back down into child's pose. Taking a few minutes to rest here. Oh, excuse me, I'm sorry. I guess maybe this free music stuff, they make you listen to things. Take a few minutes into child's pose, resting, catching our breath, feeling how much more warm our body is compared. Okay, before we get too comfortable, we are going to spend a little bit of time on our knees today. So if you want to put a towel, maybe roll your mat up like this for some extra support, please do so. So we're going to come up on our knees and we're just going to do a tricep stretch today. So you're going to take your right hand to the sky, bend it, and place it at the top. We don't want to put any tension down. You simply just want to place it on there, and you should have a nice stretch on your tricep. Go ahead and release. Take your left arm, put it up behind your back, place it on there. Inhaling and exhaling. And release. And we're going to come back down on all fours. And we're going to do cat-cow. And with cat-cow, you want your shoulders underneath, well, your hands underneath your shoulders. And with cat-cow, you're going to inhale and you're going to round your back, drawing your chest and core in. And exhale, push it all the way out. Inhaling in. Exhaling out. Do a couple of these. I read somewhere on a fitness magazine, they said, how do you lose your weight? Like, you know, when you're running or doing some kind of cardio, and exhaling, where does the body put the extra weight that you lose? So some said, you know, you use the restroom and it comes out that way, but one said when you're running or working out, inhaling in and exhaling out, you're actually, it's dissolving in the breath. Like you're blowing I always think of blowing the fat out. Like, so it's probably not true, and it's probably silly because there's just so much you read these days, but I always think like, yeah, blow that fat out. Inhaling up and exhaling down. One more time here. All right, come back down to child's pose. Take a couple of breaths here in child's pose because we're going to move into the core series, and with the core series, we're going to have quite a bit of planks. So please choose the modifications if you need to. This is your workout. Okay, come on back up. We're going to go ahead and so I'm going to show you a modified plank. So modified plank is this. And you're just going to hold it. But when you are in modified plank, you want to make sure that your core stays engaged. Okay? So you do have some options. If you want to maybe start on regular plank and then go to modified, that'd be great too. But it's your choice. So we'll go ahead and begin our plank. With the plank, you want to make sure your hips are down. We don't want any of this. Our core is engaged. You can, and with plank, you want to make sure you're inhaling and exhaling. With these types of move, we tend to like forget to. So, building heat in the body. And now come down to child's pose. So for our next plank is gonna have a couple extra breaths in it. So I just wanna let you guys know, choose what works best for you. All right, come back up. Get ready for your next plank. Living an active lifestyle is what me and Jill really try to show you guys. Even if it's just a 20-minute workout session or 2 hours at the gym, make a conscious effort every day. Inhaling and exhaling. Come back down. Alright, so come back up. We're going to do a side plank. So side plank, you can choose the modifications, which is what I choose. I'm not quite ready yet for the full one, but I'm gonna get there as I practice my yoga. So go ahead and start. So what you're gonna do is we'll take the right leg, kick it out like a kickstand, turn over, and bring your hand to the sky. Making sure that in this pose our core is engaged. Inhaling and exhaling. Coming back down. Now we must do the other leg. I will show you what a side plank looks like if you actually want to do the full plank. So we'll go ahead. So if you're doing the modified, kick your left leg out and come up. But if you want to do the full, then their feet are stacked on top of each other. And that would be a true side plank without modifications. Inhaling and exhaling. And come down. So, and we're gonna come on all fours, and we're gonna take our we're gonna stretch our shoulders out a little bit. We're gonna take our left hand, put it forward just a little bit, lean back, and you're gonna take your right and put it underneath. So a nice shoulder stretch. You should have a stretch in your shoulder and a slight stretch here. Don't overreach it. It may look from this video that my hand's directly under my armpit, but it's not. Breathing. Okay, go ahead and come up. You're going to take your right hand, stretch it out. You're going to take your left and put it underneath. So a nice shoulder stretch. For a modification for this, simply just come up. You can stretch as far as you're comfortable. Finding your perfect pose. Inhaling and exhaling. Okay, coming up, we're going to come back to a plank, but we're just quickly. So we're going to bring it all the way down into Cobra and pushing up. So for Cobra, this is extended, or you can choose just to stay right here. I need a nice lower back stretch. Inhaling and exhaling. Okay, come down slowly and meet me on our backs. I'm gonna go ahead and do a supine twist. So with a supine twist, your legs are slightly bent and your arms are out as a T, not up here, not down here, but directly as a T. So we're just going to start by just swaying our legs left and right. So when you're doing this, you want to make sure that your shoulders are resting to the earth. They don't want to be up. That means you've gone too far. Okay, our core stays engaged. I feel like the lower back just takes extra moves to really stretch it out and release any tension because we use it so much. Or if you have sciatica, or maybe, you know, for me, I have where I had the epidural, it just gets tight there sometimes. So, okay, meet me back in the center. And then you're going to take your legs and you're going to put them lean them all the way to the right. And then take your head and look left. Resting them. Inhaling and exhaling. Feeling that lower back stretch. Come back up to the center and go to the left. Putting your legs to the left, turning your head to the right. If you want, you can use a block here and lay your legs on a block or a towel, whatever you may have. Inhaling and exhaling. Meet me back in center. We'll do it one more time each side. So we're going to take our legs and fold to the right, turning our head to the left. And this is where you could put a block if you need one. This is your workout. There's no judgment, no expectations. We simply ask you to just be present in the moment. Come back to center. And one more time to the left. Down. Inhaling and exhaling. Remembering to breathe. Building heat in the body. And come back to center. We're simply just going to roll our feet out. Take our hands, rise them to the sky, do a nice little stretch. Make that spine, stretch it like someone's pulling your hands and someone is pulling your feet. And bring your hands down, palms facing up. In this pose, people choose to get a towel or a blanket to lay on, or they choose to, you can close your eyes, keep them open.
Band is a team app with all the features I need. I schedule the entire season on the team calendar.
Inhaling and exhaling.
Time and location now. I also set reminders so that everyone is notified before the date. When last minute changes happen, I open up our group chat and update.
Being present in the moment.
I can also share my thoughts and videos on ways to improve technique. My athletes leave comments and ask questions.
I ask you today to let go of all life's problems and worries. It could be PCSing for me, baby, finances, and lay them all to the mat. Inhaling and exhaling. Feel your feet. Feel the breath go through the body. Inhaling and exhaling. Okay, when you're ready, come up into the seated position. Namaste. Thank you for working out with me today, stretching. And as always, you can find the latest updates on Milspouse Yogis on our Facebook, Instagram, and here on YouTube. Excuse my musical today. As you know, I am in PCS mode, so I can only get what I got, and as we all know how that is.